Thank you. Appreciate you all being here. Special Agent Heller, Drake, I appreciate your service and your sharing your personal story. After the incident, my understanding is that the Federal Protective Service investigated. Is that correct? Can you walk us through that real briefly, please?
Yes, sir. The Federal Protection Service investigated the assault, and they, like I said in my testimony, they interviewed me and they interviewed Agent Dorman and then another individual from the Office of Homeland Security.
And did they come to any conclusions?
They felt that there was probable cause for an arrest warrant, which is, I'm going to assume they felt there was probable cause. That's why they took that affidavit to the magistrate.
And then what happened?
The magistrate sent it back to the, my understanding is the magistrate sent it back to the agency for administrative action.
What did you think of that personally?
Well, I was disappointed, certainly, but I do understand that the U.S. Attorney's Office is often busy and they have priorities.
Did they give you any excuses as to why they chose not to pursue this?
No, no, I don't know.
Did they ever talk to you about it?
No.
So they didn't talk to you, they didn't explain, they just referred it back. And now where does it stand?
I don't know where it stands right now. As far as I know, there's been no action taken against Mr. Williams. I've just learned there's been basically counter allegations made, I guess. I'm not 100% sure.
Mr. Persisepi, I hope I pronounced that properly. I'm trying, that's for sure.
You're the first one to get it right. Congratulations.
Thank you. You said that without exception, do you think this is an exception or not?
I think Administrator McCarthy, in that letter that you're pointing out, had first and foremost in her mind the safety of the employees. There are complaints of hostile work environment on the employees placed to us by the employees of the Office of Homeland Security. There's clearly the incident and the feelings and the distress that Special Agent Heller is expressing here, which is real and needs to be dealt with.
So the investigation is halted.
The investigation of what to do with that employee that has an 1811 employee, that investigation is halted.
You said without exception. They're moving forward without exception. That sounds like an exception.
It was by mutual agreement. It was by mutual agreement. If the IG wants to change their mind about that,
Mr. Sullivan, what do you say about that?
My boss, the Inspector General, Mr. Elkins, did agree to temporarily halt the investigation. But I knew we did that in the caveat that there would be immediate ongoing negotiations and discussions to resolve the situation.
Were there?
There was an attempt to, but it broke down fairly quickly afterwards.
So are you doing the investigation or not?
No, not right now. We're not.
I know you're not Mr. Elkins, but I don't understand that.
No, however, the allegation about Ms. Heller being assaulted and the subsequent counter-allegations made by Mr. Williams against agents in my office, that whole parcel of allegations has been referred to the Department of Defense Inspector General, and they are conducting an investigation looking into the original allegations by Ms. Heller and my agents, and then the counter-allegations being made by Mr. Williams and other members of OHS.
Guys, take some action. Grab this thing and make it happen. You shouldn't take an act of Congress to have to get you to all do your jobs. I'm sorry, but you have a professional agent doing her job, it gets a criminal, and then nothing happens. This guy looking at porn, how long has that been going on since?
You all, again, have more
Is the answer 2010?
I do not know. I do not know.
How can I know and you don't?
Because the Inspector General has not told me.
How many direct reports do you have? How many people directly report to you?
Maybe 5. I don't know.
Maybe 5. You can't. You don't know. Is it 4, 5, 6? What about human resources? Who does human resources report to? Do they report to you?
They report to the administrator.
And you're not in that?
The administrator and I are in the same box, so to speak. Okay. So direct reports, I thought you were talking about like my management assistant and people who, obviously I'm the deputy.
Does human resources or whatever the name is over there, did they not share this information with you? If you're in the same box as Gina McCarthy, are you telling me that she didn't know about it either?
The first time I learned about it was a meeting with the Inspector General.
You don't think that's wrong?
When?
This is a big deal. Yeah, when was that?
Within the last several months. And they're in.
And he still said, is it against the rules? Is it against the department policies to watch porn at your office?
It is.
Then fire him. Fire him. What's the question?
Need to wait.
For what?
For the Inspector General's report. I don't know if they're going to send him a criminal notice. So,
is there any doubt in your mind that this guy is watching porn on a regular basis in his office? Is there any question?
I have no reason to doubt it because I trust the IG.
So what are you doing about it?
Well,
I'd like him to answer that question. What is he doing about it?
I mean,
I am not personally doing anything about it.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Ding, 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 ding.
okay.
Yield back.